A man who speaks with purpose is a man who commands respect. A man who speaks with restraint is a man who cannot be forgotten. Silence, when mastered, becomes louder than words, Marcus Aurelius once wrote. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, yet how many men speak simply to fill the silence? How many men crave validation in their words instead of carrying the weight of presence? Today, we strip away the illusion. The way you speak to a woman should not be about control, persuasion, or deceit. It should be about mastery, not of her, but of yourself. The moment you embrace this, you will not chase you, will not beg, you will not seek approval, and in doing so, she will feel your absence like an echo in an empty room. Why should you watch this video? Because we are reveal some points. How high-value men speak to women, make her miss you badly. Are you ready? Let's move to our topic 1. Speak with purpose. Not need seeker reminds us if you wish to be loved. Love, but love is not neediness. The high-value man speaks with intention, never with desperation. He does not text out of boredom or seek conversation to fill a void. He speaks only when he has something worth saying. And so, when he does speak, his words carry weight. Every word should be a reflection of control, a mirror of discipline. Women, do not miss. Men, who flood them with mindless chatter. They miss the men whose words leave a mark. When you remove excess, what remains is powerful. It is presence. There is power in economy. When you say less, every word means more. The moment a woman realizes that your words are not freely given, she begins to value them. The paradox of human desire is simple. What is rare is what is treasured. 2. Silence is your strongest ally. Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings, wrote Plutarch. The weak man fears silence, rushing to fill it with empty words. The Stoic understands that presence is stronger than noise. Say less, mean more, leave room for thought, for mystery, for longing. Women are not drawn to the man who is always there, always talking, always responding. They are drawn to the man whose presence is a rare currency, whose silence makes them wonder, mystery, breeds attraction. It is not absence that makes the heart grow fonder. It is the space between words, the anticipation of what will come next. If you want to be missed, do not always be available. If you want to be remembered, do not always explain yourself. Be the question she cannot answer. Be the puzzle she cannot solve. The men who are too easily understood are the ones who are quickly forgotten. 3. Indifference is power, epic. T.S. taught that freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. You cannot control her thoughts, her emotions, or her choices. Do not try. Instead, control yourself. The high-value man does not react. He observes, he does not plead, he decides, and in this restraint, he becomes unforgettable. A man who is ruled by his emotions is a man who is easily controlled. He who reacts, loses indifference, is not cruelty. It is the highest form of self-mastery. You are the storm, and yet you are also the calm within it. Imagine a man standing before a roaring fire. Most men are consumed by the flames, desperately trying to extinguish them. The Stoic, however, understands that the fire is neither friend nor enemy. It simply is. So he does not fight it. He watches, he learns, he moves accordingly. This is how a high-value man approaches relationships. He does not react to drama. He does not chase validation. He does not become emotionally entangled in the uncontrollable. Instead, he remains still while the world around him burns. And in that stillness, he commands respect. 4. Speak from strength, not emotion. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius understood the nature of true power. Many men make the mistake of leading with emotion, exposing their need for validation. The Stoic man speaks with composure, never allowing fleeting emotions to dictate his words. Words spoken in emotional chaos weaken a man. A high-value man understands that his tone, his presence, his restraint speak louder than his words. Control your tone and you control perception. Control perception and you control influence. If you allow your emotions to dictate your speech, you relinquish control. Control, every impulsive word is a signal of instability. A man of discipline speaks only when he intends to be heard. He does not blurt out confessions of affection, nor does he demand attention. Instead, he speaks as though each word is carved in stone, timeless, deliberate, and unshaken. 5. Never explain, never justify. A lion does not concern himself with the opinion of sheep. This is not arrogance, it is discipline. The moment you justify your actions, you give away your power. Speak clearly, act decisively, and never feel the need to explain yourself, to seek approval. A man who stands firm in his choices, commands respect. Women admire men who move with certainty. If you explain yourself, you seek validation. If you justify your actions, you seek permission. High value, men do neither. They lead with action, not explanation. 6. Leave her with more questions than answers. The wise man speaks because he has something to say. The fool speaks because he must say something. Said Plato, do not reveal everything. Do not be an open book. Mystery breeds attraction and curiosity, fuels desire the moment she believes she fully understands you. She no longer needs to think about you. A man who cannot be figured out is a man who stays on her mind. Women are drawn to depth, to the unknown. They chase what they do not possess. Let your actions create more questions than answers. Let your silence invite curiosity. 7. Absence creates longing. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive, wrote Seneca. Many men fear absence, believing that to stay relevant they must always be present. But absence creates space. Space creates longing, and longing creates desire. Do not be so available that your presence is taken for granted. When you remove yourself, you create value. When you make yourself scarce, you become sought after. The high value. Man does not fear distance, he wields it. 8. Detachment is the ultimate strength. Take a good, hard look at people's ruling principle, especially of the wise, what they run away from and what they seek out. Marcus Aurelius knew that attachment weakens men. The high-value man does not hinge his self-worth on another's attention. He walks away without fear. He speaks with clarity, not attachment. And it is in this detachment that he becomes truly irresistible. If you are desperate for her presence, she will never truly crave yours the moment you are willing to walk away. You shift the balance, need nothing, and you will be needed. No, we move to close this topic because it's not possible. We cover all points in this video. In next video, we try to cover all points.